Hello everyone, it's Nadie, and today we'll be testing out the Fenty Blurring Skin Tint. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy, okay? Thank you. All my beautiful little butterflies, how you doing today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you're having a spectacular day so far. I myself am doing wonderful. I'm at the ass end of a cold, and it's sunny and beautiful outside. I can't wait to go out and sit. But before I do that, I really want to test this out. Like, I am pumped for this. Lately, when it comes to everyday kind of makeup, I've been all about the no makeup looks. And so hopefully this can help me do that. I have been using the Fenty powder quite a bit, just to give like a subtle, healthy look to my skin. But I find that with the powder, it kind of sits on top of my skin and it looks like I'm wearing makeup. So hopefully this will kind of sink into my skin a little bit better. I have no idea if these shades I got are correct though. I ended up getting the shades 4 and 6. Even though they do have extensive and pretty fabulous shade ranges when it comes to their face products, I still have yet to find my correct shade. I've been color matched at Sephora like 3 times without any luck. I've tried to find it myself. I've come close, but no cigar. And I think I remember either hearing or seeing that like 3 different colored people could end up using the same one color simply because it is super light coverage. I don't know if that's true or not. I guess we'll find out. But before we try this, let's hop over to the Sephora website and see what people are saying about this and get all the deets. All right, it looks like this retails for $29.50. What a random ass number. But it currently has 4 out of 5 stars. Not bad at all. Let's see what the 1-star people are saying. I wanted to love this product, but the matches I would recommend it didn't work. Really, Fenty? Only one cool neutral undertone option. Terrible shade range. I would give this 0 stars if I could. But still, out of all of the reviews so far, there's only 3 1-stars. So let's look at the 5 stars and maybe they have a few application tips in here. Goes on smooth, matches my skin tone perfectly. The foundation isn't too heavy. This is amazing. Over time, it does make my face a little bit shiny, but it still looks good. Okay, so not the most helpful, but the website does say this is free of parabens and phthalates. It's also vegan, gluten-free, and cruelty-free. This is an easy to apply, flexible skin tint. It quickly and visibly evens out your complexion with a blurred effect. The Hydra Blend Complex and Humidity, Sweat, and Transfer Resistant formula has a smooth texture that will layer with primer and skincare. So I guess that means that we do have to use a primer with this. I did just moisturize, so we are good to go. Let's see how these color matches are. Okay, this is the shade 4. That might be good, but it might also be a little bit light. And then here is 6. I think we're gonna go with that one. Number 4 is light medium with cool undertones, and then 6 says it's light medium with cool neutral undertones. They do both look like they might be able to work. This one does have a little bit of peachiness to it, whereas 6 is a little bit on the gray side. I think before we do primer, why don't I go ahead and do a little color match right there? Fuck, what shade was that? Number 4. Also, props for cute ass packaging. I love this. It comes in like a silicone plastic squeezy tube. I love everything about it, from the shape to how it feels. Very cute. Okay, and then here is number 6 right next to it. Do either of them look like they could match? Ooh, well, in person, definitely number 4. That is the clear winner. This one just looks a little bit too kind of ashy or something. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're seeing, but in person, there's a huge ass difference between those two, but one of them honestly does seem perfect. So let me just wipe that off with a dry makeup eraser, and let's put on a little bit of primer. I'm dropping shit. Lately, I've been abso-fucking-lutely batty over this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, so that's what I'm gonna use. Cheap and thick, just like me. One of my fabulous Twitter followers did mention that the coverage is actually quite surprising, and I am seeing online that you can go light to medium with this. I am gonna be doing kind of like a light springy look today, so I'm not sure that I even want medium coverage. Plus, if I'm applying a little bit of squee under my eyes and all that jizzy jazz, I feel like light coverage should be totally okay. I wonder what tool is best to use with this. Because it is quite liquidy, I don't want a brush to just like soak all this shit up. So I think I'll go in with kind of a dense one, and let me just apply this directly to my face. I know it's not the most sanitary thing ever, but I'm also the only one using this. I don't really know how much to use. This could be a lot. I guess we'll find out. Oh, hold on. There we go. We will find out momentarily. Wow, this looks fun. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna blend this out with a Kiko Milano foundation brush. I don't know what it is. It looks like this. It's cute. And here we go. Let's kind of stipple her around. Ooh, okay. So I am instantly seeing coverage. This might actually be a little bit too light for me, but maybe once it's really blended around, it won't be too bad. It did offer a tiny bit of coverage, but like super minimal, which is indeed exactly what it said. Do I look any more blurred? Up close, you can definitely tell that I'm wearing makeup, only in my little dry patch. It's not really sitting on top of it very nicely, which I suppose it is a dry patch, so that is to be expected. But honestly, everywhere else on my face, it does look really, really good. I'm just a little bit kind of dusty looking. Oh, well, shit. This is like the deepest one with cool undertones. I think the next shade that I might be able to work is number 9. So 5 shades different than this. Ooh. I did catch a little bit of sun, so I think it probably wouldn't be as bad if I didn't have a little bit of a tan, but I don't really think it's that bad. But in person, it just kind of made me look a little bit sickly, which does tell me that there is at least a little bit of tint to this. So I'm kind of glad that we got the wrong shade, because I can totally see a little bit of blurriness happening. Like my skin looks a slight bit better, but in person, I just see like where it stops versus where my skin color starts. But otherwise, I do really like this. What do you think? Can you even see anything? Let me just put another little squirty squirt on this side and see how it builds up. The only issue is that you do really have to stipple this in. Any rubbing that I'm doing, it just wipes away. But when you do stipple it, fuck, it looks great. A bit drying though, I will admit. And like I did moisturize, I did exfoliate, I did cleanse. And so even though I do have dry skin, like right now, it should not be this dry. Oh my God, it looks really fucking scaly up there. This looks like when I reviewed that color changing foundation that I got on Amazon. It was like supposed to match to your skin tone, but it gave me like reptile skin. But it's not really doing that with the 1 layer side. Can you see the difference? I do think that on camera, this side looks excellent. I have to whisper because we're really close to the microphone, but when we get up close, I don't know if you can see all the scaliness that's happening right there. My skin honestly did look really good before I applied this. It's not like it's burned or anything, so I'm not exactly sure why there's scaliness, but everywhere else on my face, it does look pretty decent. However, I probably wouldn't double up on this if I were you. I would just stick to the 1 layer. You could probably apply more initially, but I don't think it layers up on top of each other very well. So yeah, I'm not completely sold on this, especially after I've been using the Maybelline Fit Me. Knowing how inexpensive that is and how minimally and full coverage you can make it, I don't know that this is necessarily worth the price. Oh, but the other side really is sinking into my fine lines. Oh, I don't know. I wonder if I mix this with my moisturizer, if that would work better. Or maybe it's just the primer. Why don't we start over and use a different primer? All right, we are back. My face is clean. I just wiped it off with a damp makeup eraser. And to start, I'm gonna go in with my Daily Dose Serum Cocktail. This is by Skin Inc. I'm gonna really make sure to give my skin some extra hydration. Maybe that'll help with the dry, scaly spots. And then to actually prime, I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier Hydrating Foundation Primer. If this foundation still looks dry after all this, I fucking give up. All right, let's give this little baby another try here. Oh fuck, my brush is so slippery. It's like I've got lube on it. So now that my face is moisturized, I'm gonna start on half of my face. And if this doesn't look good, maybe I'll mix it with a little bit of moisturizer. So we are stippling, and obviously there is a color difference between the 2 sides. Like this side just looks a little bit healthier, still a little bit paler, but good. And the dryness isn't quite as bad, but it really does cling to any dryness that your skin has. Like around this area, I usually have a few issues. Around my nose, I have issues. However, everywhere else on my face where I don't have dry patches, this does look very, very good. Exactly like second skin. Oh God, that looks scaly up there. Oh my God, and without even giving any expression, it just like sinks into my fine lines up there. Damn, well, I feel like if you don't have drier skin, like if you have very supple moisturized or maybe even oilier skin, this would probably look really, really good. But even if you are on the slight dry side, I don't think that you're gonna get what you want from this. Let me try mixing a little bit of this serum with some of that foundation. Maybe we can make like a super moisturizing concoction. Ew, look at that. That is so gross looking. Let's try this on the other side now. I actually think most of it just got sucked up into my brush when I was mixing those 2 together. Ooh, you know what? So I don't think we got quite as much coverage as we did with the plain ass side, but mixing those 2 together made this look way more natural. We do have a little bit of coverage, but the dryness totally is not there. So let me finish stippling this in and then give it a second to dry down and see if I do get a little bit scaly. Just because I'm a Slytherin doesn't mean I have to look like a snake. So here we have this. Make sure you turn your quality all the way up. We film in 4K, baby. It is kind of starting to give me the little scaly bits on my dry spots. It's kind of adding a lot of texture too. Fuck, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. Let me get up closer. Okay, can we kind of see like around this area? My skin without makeup doesn't necessarily have a lot of texture there, but for some reason when I have this on, it just looks really dry and like my pores look huge. If you can even see that it almost took my skin from looking decent without makeup to looking a little bit worse with a little bit of makeup. Like, it doesn't look terrible. But do I think this is worth $30 right now? No, not really. It's not like you have to use a lot, so it would last you a long time. I do appreciate that. However, with the amount of drugstore BB creams out there, I think that I could probably do better for cheaper. But I do think that on camera and from a little bit of a distance, it does look good. It's more so when you're in person and you're able to actually see somebody with your own eyes that it doesn't look that great. Like, I don't have great eyesight, and even I can tell in person that it's not the best. But I do really think that people who don't have dry or textured skin would really enjoy this, so I want to still use this. I do also want to see how this plays well with average everyday products that I normally use, so fork and squeeze, let's go in with this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and we'll place a little bit under here. I'm gonna bring a tiny bit down to my nose because I do have a little red patch going on. We can just kind of stipple these bitches together. Ooh, those do play pretty well. However, it's oxidizing my concealer. But otherwise, they really don't look that bad together. Both products are kind of on the light medium coverage side, so they just work. I actually feel like that did help a little bit. In person, it's still very obvious that I'm wearing makeup. This is by no means natural looking. But as far as how the products play together, I do think it's very, very nice. But I'm gonna be real, I still don't think that this is like $30 good. Still, it looks pretty cute. What do you think? How do they look together? Good, bad, terrible, great? Just under the eyes, I'm gonna set a little bit of a Laura Mercier setting powder so I don't become a creasy little bastard. I think I'm gonna leave the rest of my face unpowdered just because it doesn't feel like there's anything that really needs to be powdered. However, I do want to set this with a setting spray. Give this a second to do its thing and dry itself out. I don't dislike the way that this looks, but I'm not gonna say that I love it. I think that I personally have used much better for my skin on this channel, but I could see this working for a lot of people. So it's not like it's a bad product. I just don't think that it plays nicely with my skin. But yes, my loves, here we have it. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a wear time test, finish up my look, and I will see you at the end of the day. Hello, it's not the end of the day yet, but I wanted to show you how this looked like in real lighting because under the studio lights, I think it looks a lot better than it actually does to the naked eye. So here's what she looks like. Like, there's definitely a lot of texture going on, especially on my forehead. It is just climbing into every nook and cranny and screaming at the top of its lungs. Oh god, I've still got foundation lips. That's attractive. But yes, it definitely does have me looking a little bit on the dusty, washed out, ashy side, so there is some kind of pigment to it. I don't think it's my correct color though, and it kind of makes me look a little bit splotchy. And on my forehead, it just does not look good. Like, do we see how it's accentuating everything? Yeah, it's not my cup of tea. I'm not even sure that I want to end up doing a look with this makeup on. Maybe I'll just kind of chill and let it sit. But yeah, here we have it so far. You can kind of be the deciding factor. I don't know. All right, my loves, it is the end of my day. I am so fucking ready to take everything off and do nothing. But before I do that, let's zoom in a little and take a peeky poo. So it's very warm up here in my office. My oils have kind of been coming through all day, and I actually think that helped. Like, I'm not gonna say this looks great. I don't know that I would end up using it as a product on its own. In certain areas, this does look very, very pretty, but again, under natural lighting, my wrinkles just look hella there. No matter what light I was in, whether it was sunlight, whether it was my bathroom, whether it was just these office lights, I always look very, very ashy. So obviously this shade is a little bit too light for me. We can kind of discard that. But like I've said, that just tells me that there is actually a tint to it, so that's good. If you have dry or textured skin, I would really, really fucking moisturize if you're gonna use this. Like, it's gonna be a lot of work to prep your skin to get this to look good, and I just have so many less expensive products that don't do that to me. However, like I've said a million times now, if your skin is hydrated, this is probably gonna look so beautiful on your skin. I do think that it's a great product to use very minimally. I feel like I didn't apply very much, but still that may have been too much, and that might be why it looks extra textured. But for filming, I don't think it's that bad. In person is where it really falls for me. So do I recommend this? If you don't have super dry skin, then I say yeah, give it a try. Do I think it's worth the price? Honestly, I don't. I think that there's a lot of other products that you could get that are better than this. However, if you can get this to work and it does look pretty on your skin, then yeah, I do think it's worth the price. I think for my skin, the Fenty powder foundation looks way better up close than this does. And I am able to get kind of minimal coverage with it, so I'm probably just gonna stick to that. But does this look terrible? After several hours, I think it looks way better than it started started off as. So yeah, if you're curious about it, this is probably one of those products that I say try out because on everybody's skin, I feel like this is gonna be different. Even though it doesn't look amazing on my skin, who knows? It could have been my skin preparation, it could have been the products that I used before this, I don't fucking know. I think the potential is there, but I think that this isn't a product that I'm gonna continue using very often. Okay, so I finished filming and I was just about to wipe everything off. I even took off my lashes and I was looking in the bathroom mirror and I feel like y'all aren't exactly able to see what I'm seeing. So let's get in close in natural lighting and you can kind of see more of what I'm talking about so I don't sound crazy. Up here, it just looks so textured and just ooh. So I'm not sure, like it's definitely faded gracefully, but also it's probably not made to do like a full glam look like this, but still like the products did layer onto my skin over the skin tint, whatever it is, very nicely. But I actually think that putting these products over it kind of helped. So I don't know, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely not like a confidence boosting product, that's for sure. Okay, resume video. So yes, there you go. Please let me know down in the comments below if this is something that you want to try. Did you try it? Did you love it? Did you hate it and why? I always love hearing from you. And thank you so much for being here. When I say I love having you here, I do mean it. I know people are fucking busy these days, and so just to have somebody sit down and chill with me for a little bit is kind of an honor. So I really do appreciate it. And if you'd like to support me and my channel a little bit more, please feel free to join us over on Patreon. It's patreon.com/poplux. There you get videos a day early, you get Patreon only content, plus best part, it is cheap, fun, and fancy, just like me. And like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!